Welcome to Radio Entrepreneurs. My name is Rich Hirschen. I'm with Gray Gray, and I am joined by Nathan Gobes, and he's from Radio Entrepreneurs. Welcome.
Thanks, Rich. Thanks for hosting us. I'm not as good, but a little better looking than Jeffrey.
I'd say more than a little better looking, and I'd say equally as good, if not better. So,
thanks.
We've got some great guests today. Today we welcome to our makeshift studio here at Gray Gray, Rick Carey and Eric Carey of Datasafe Shredding and Destruction.com. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
So tell us a little bit about your company.
Started in 1990, in January of 1990, and it's been, as they say, the long, strange trip. I started out, I was working at Fidelity before this, and developed a program for them for collecting all their discarded informational papers, computers, etc., and decided to do it on my own. I had one client, and I figured, well, I've got a job for a year. If need be, I can get another job at the end of this year, and that was just about 30 years ago. So we provide destruction and shredding services, primarily for small, medium businesses. And we like to differentiate ourselves from the other folks out there by our longevity and never having a security breach in almost 30 years of service, as well as our bottom line personal touch. If you call us for service or a question, 99% of the time you're going to get myself or Eric picking up the phone. We don't have any voice trees. 1 in 100 calls. If we're on another line, we will call you back within minutes as soon as we get off the line with the other customer. And our responsiveness, we pretty well custom build solutions for our clients. We emphasize medium and small businesses, and because we like working with them, it's much more rewarding than the giant businesses. And that's pretty much what we do. We destroy anything you can think of. We mainly document.
Hopefully not my office.
No. Documents, computer drives, disk drives, thumb drives, shoes, defective products, defective packaging. We have a company that does pharmaceutical packaging, and every once in a while some little thing on a package of a medication you may get, there's just something off. Tons of it have to be destroyed. Baby pajamas, we did trailer loads one time. And probably the strangest was truckloads of dental molds from an orthodontist, because they had written patient name and social numbers on them. So when we did that, everybody looked like Casper the Ghost after a few hours, because they just blew up when they hit the teeth of the shredder and turned into powder.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine over the years, you think of the advancements in computer and disk drives you mentioned and all that. Well, back in 1990, a lot of that was just starting with companies using things. So how has the business changed over the years, and what have you had to do as a business owner to adapt to those changes?
In terms of the material that we handle, paper is still by far the strongest. There was a wave probably 10 years ago of people going from the big screen monitors and the large PC desktops to smaller. So for about a year there was a lot of that material coming through, and both getting rid of the monitors securely and environmentally soundly, and then we'd be pulling out the hard drives and shredding the hard drives. Not so much of that nowadays. What we're sort of edging into a lot more is the defective products. There's a lot more attention to that than you're just disposing of it for liability purposes, as well as documents, paper, files are still the vast majority of our work.
So, Rick, you started the company back 30 years ago or so, and now your son Eric's involved in the company. What was that like, bringing your son into the business?
And hopefully we'll give Eric a few minutes to respond.
We'll see, maybe just a little bit.
Lucky, it was a blessing and a challenge. I once had my older son working for me for about a year, and then he decided to seek fame and fortune as a plumber HVAC guy, and he's doing well. I enjoy it because I'm one of the lucky guys that actually likes his kids. So
Thank you. I appreciate that.
you're welcome, son. So I enjoy it. I enjoy teaching. I always have, and so it's kind of it's a real pleasure to, pass through the things that I've learned the hard way to him. Hopefully, saving him some of the pain, not all of it. I want him to have some, and so that he can make a decent living for his life. So good, I think.
And Eric, from your perspective, what's it like working for Dad?
It's a great opportunity. Working with family, it can be difficult, with your dad, but overall, it's great. I can be my own boss. I finished up school. I did 1.5 years at Quincy College and a few at University of Tampa. And after that, I'm just kind of looking around like, what do I do? And there's an amazing opportunity that's been going on for 30 years. And I figured, hey, Dad, mind if I just give this a spin? So we've been doing this for 2 years now, I think, about 2 years. And I like it a lot. I used to work at like 7-Eleven, just kind of chain things, and being bossed around by someone you don't really enjoy spending time with can be a little rough. So when it's your own boss, is your father, who's basically a gladiator of business, it's good. He's a great teacher. So it's I enjoy it. It's the short answer to my very long answer.
And where do you see Eric? So looking in the future, one day you'll finally get rid of Dad and you can actually run this company the way you want to. What changes do you see for the next 30 years of the company?
Well, just like what he said, we want to focus on small and medium business. Larger businesses can be difficult to work with just because it's hard to even get a number, like contact somebody. But when you call a smaller one, you get somebody to talk to. I want to move into, like you said, more defective products because paper is somewhat losing its value. So because we can pretty much throw anything in that, it's gone. Defective products would be a good thing to focus on for the future. So I think it's a lot of that, and obviously paper is still our mainstay, but I want to focus on the other things besides paper because it can pretty much dash up anything.
Mm-hmm. And so when you get into some of these specialty products like the retainers and things like that, do you need special equipment to destruct that properly?
The great news is the machines we use will really destroy almost anything. It chew this table up. Mm-hmm. So we don't deal with hazmat, hazardous material, or medical waste. So which is fortunate because that's a whole other world. We can destroy just about anything, and if we don't have ourselves a method, we will find it. I mean, you want bowling balls destroyed, we'll find a way. Gone.
Toast. Done.
And that's the attitude you need as a business owner.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Ask a
Served
question,
well.
get it done. Yeah.
So if someone would like to get a hold of Datasafe shreddinganddestruction.com, what's the best way to do that?
Well, our phone number is 508-587-0900, or our website, which is probably easier to remember, is destruction.com.
Destruction.com.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's a great website.
Just what we are. We destroy it.
That's great. Well, I wish you both tremendous success. Appreciate you coming on
Great.
to our show on Radio Entrepreneurs. And we're going to take a break and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Thank you.